It is day 3 of the impeachment trial for former President Donald Trump. Opening arguments from the Democratic prosecution continues this morning after they presented new footage from the January 6th riot at the Capitol. Sources telling ABC the former president is, quote, furious as he watches the proceedings in Florida. House impeachment managers used all 8 hours of day 2 of their opening arguments to lay out their case. Never before seen security footage also showed Vice President Mike Pence leaving the chamber down a staircase to safety with his family as the mob made its way in, talking about assassinating the VP.
The evidence that has been presented thus far is pretty damning.
I think they've done a good job connecting the dots.
However, many people say they are not ready to make a final decision. They're waiting to hear from defense attorneys. Some also arguing the impeachment managers haven't proven the former president incited the riot. The trial continues today at 9 a.m. local time, with Democrats wrapping up their opening arguments before the defense gets their turn. You can watch it all unfold right here on 23 and our other streaming and digital platforms.
In other news this morning, we have new revelations about the origin of the coronavirus. This comes after a new variant of the virus has been found here in California. World Health Organization investigators revealing to the Wall Street Journal that COVID-19 may have been spreading in central China 2 months earlier than first revealed by the Chinese government. That's as early as October of 2019, but scientists say more research is needed. Meantime, the more dangerous South African variant has now been found in California, joining South Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, and Texas.
Our vaccines are still likely to prevent severe illness, hospitalizations, or death from even the South African variant. But here's the big consensus. The longer we let these viruses replicate, the more time we give them to mutate.
The variants adding urgency to the vaccination effort, but California facing more frustrations. Dodger Stadium, one of the largest vaccination sites in the country, along with 4 others, is being forced to close for 2 days because of a lack of doses. The mayor saying LA received 16,000 doses this week, down from 90,000 the week before.
All of the numbers and the successes we've had so far point to a simple fact. When vaccines do get to Los Angeles, we know how to administer them. We have a great infrastructure set up of amazing people, and we will give them to folks efficiently and safely. But the problem is, we still aren't receiving enough doses soon enough.
Mayor Garcetti says he hopes to reopen the vaccination sites by Tuesday or Wednesday. The city said on Monday it was restricting appointments to people getting their second dose.
Well, today marks the beginning of Rio Bravo Greeley Union School District's return to in-person learning after a pause since December. 23 ABC's Kristen Vartan joining us live from RBG to share with us how it plans to make its opening successful. Kristen?
Yeah, Mike, we can all recall that feeling when the school bell rings for recess and you can go eat snacks with friends or play in the playground. Well, Rio Bravo Greeley students are returning to campus today, but they won't get to enjoy some of those amenities that we all loved as kids. But even so, students are still excited to go back, and they told me why.
I'm excited to go back to school because then I get to see my friends in person and I get to see my teacher in person too.
Rio Bravo Greeley Union School District 4th grader Audrey Sheffield says that while she enjoys virtual learning, those interactions are what make in-person learning special. Rio Bravo Greeley School District Superintendent Jennifer Edge echoes the anticipation of returning Wednesday after its pause December 3rd due to staffing problems during the pandemic.
We are now poised and in a great position to start bringing students back after the holidays and kind of the COVID effects from the holidays. We feel like that's starting to decline, and we're ready to have our kids back.
Hedge told 23 ABC that starting Wednesday, TK kindergarten, 5th grade, and special day classes will return. On February 18th, 1st and 2nd grade will follow. February 22nd, 3rd and 4th grade, including Audrey, and 6th, 7th, and 8th grade March 8th. That March 8th start date, RGB USD 8th grader Marshall Day is looking forward to.
I learned so much better at school, so I'm excited to. Because when I'm on the computers, it's hard because get kicked off sometimes.
But even the in-person school experience will not be what it used to be. Hedge notes the following precautions. When students come to school, they'll be directed to a sanitizing station and get their temperatures checked. There will be social distance markings on the floor as they wait for their teacher to escort them to class. Directional arrows will be marked to direct traffic flow and prevent intermingling, and classes are only about 3 hours a day. And 2 sessions of students will come in the morning and afternoon, taking home with them grab-and-go meals at the end of the day.
Not eat meals on campus or have recess. So we've eliminated the unstructured parts of the day where they might have masks off needing to eat, or they're out playing on playground equipment or in unstructured settings. So
Marshall, who will be graduating this year from middle school, is hopeful about experiencing the traditions about a school he loves.
Moving up song every year, and there's graduation, and the 8th graders get to do a lot, like go to Disneyland, Sacramento and stuff. So hopefully maybe we get to do that this year.
Hedge also mentioned that 100% of teachers are voluntarily taking part in surveillance testing, which essentially means that they are being tested even if they are asymptomatic. And there's also a nurse that is contact tracing as well. At Rio Bravo Greeley Elementary, Kristen Vartan, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's announce.
Well, today's a big day for some airmen out at Edwards Air Force Base. 30 airmen are transferring as guardians into the Space Force. The 412th Test Wing will live stream the ceremony that's taking place in front of the historic hangar 4305, where the first U.S. jet aircraft was assembled and housed. The live stream ceremony will begin at noon. You can find it on Edwards' website. That is right there on your screen, edwards.af.mil.
In other news, more money is being offered to anyone who helps identify the driver of a car that hit and killed a woman near CSUB back in July. It has been more than 6 months since the hit-and-run crash that killed 65-year-old Deborah Ann Jono. Bakersfield police have finished the investigation and filed a report on the deadly crash. The family of Jono and a Bakersfield law firm chain, Con Styles, is increasing the reward to $7,500. The driver was in a 2013 to 2019 dark gray Nissan Sentra that is suspected of causing this crash on Stockdale near Donhart Drive. Anyone with information is asked to call 326-3967 or the secret witness hotline at 322-4040.
An earthscape artist is coming to Bakersfield today to paint a large-scale temporary art installation on the canvas of the Dry Kern riverbed. Now, this is all in partnership with the group Bring Back the Kern. Here's a picture of where the art is going to go. It's going to be right there, according to a press release. Andres Amador, the artist, is installing the artwork on the riverbed across from Beach Park. It's entitled Flow. The project, the group says, will involve volunteer participation while maintaining social distancing and wearing masks. Installation of this art begins at 9 o'clock this morning and will run until 5 o'clock this afternoon. Kind of interested to see what it's going to look like when all is said and done. All right, well, it's easy to see what that's going to look like.
Right.
Yeah.
See my little arrows? Pew, pew,
I do.
pew, pew. Looks like a video game.
I'm sorry, what's the sound effect?
Very scientific. Pew, pew. It's like playing what was that Atari game with the little jets?
Oh, my goodness. Really? You're going to go there? Galaga?
Like the same.
No? Space Invaders?
Space Invaders, thank you. Thank you, yes. So 47 here in Bakersfield, a little cooler than yesterday. We do have that northwesterly flow aloft, and we're waiting for the rain later today. Really, you spend much of the day waiting. So we're still hazy. We're still above average. Mostly clear this morning, partly cloudy this afternoon. But that rain, as it comes through, will bring some snow for the mountains to our north. You see this little dip here, though. We are expecting some new snow for our highest elevations like Breckenridge and Alta Sierra. With the increasing clouds ahead of that cold front and the winds, really the rain is after sunset tonight, picking up into those overnight hours and early tomorrow morning. The Sierra winter weather advisory up there, that's a little bit of new snow for our highest elevations, but at pass level here in Kern County, it's just rain. And that's this first system tonight into tomorrow. Bit of a break for the rest of your Friday and first half of Saturday. And then this area of gold comes into play. Our mountain and desert communities dealing with that high wind watch on Saturday, particularly midday Saturday through the those overnight hours into early Sunday. Gusts to 60 miles an hour or faster are possible. As you know, with winds like that causing big issues, trees coming down, tree limbs, blowing debris, possible for power outages too. But that's on Saturday. So back to tonight's storm as we're waiting. You see the increasing clouds, a lot of haze, still some mild temperatures that are above average in those 60s, but the rain arrives tonight. For Isabella, while you wait, you're also seeing 60s and some passing clouds. Increasing winds this afternoon into this evening for Tehachapi. So that keeps you and Fraser Park into those 50s, but you're going to want both hands on the wheel if you need to drive through the passes later on today.
Still to come, the Wasco Tigers run to victory. The details of their first cross-country meet and what it meant to the athletes. That's straight ahead.
Welcome back. A big win for the Wasco Tigers, who were hosting the county's first high school sporting event in nearly a year. And head coach Omar Garcia wasn't too anxious ahead of the big game day. While Garcia was calm heading into the first high school sporting event since the shutdown, his racers may have had a few more nerves. But seniors Crystal Raya and Gerardo Limon came in clutch as they finished in first for their teams as they faced Bakersfield Christian in a dual meet.
Being the first race, I was very excited and just nervous and eager to get out there. So yeah, I definitely think that had something to do with it.
How it felt at first was kind of tiring because running is something everyone can do but few can master. But since it was our first meet and everything, I feel like it was really well deserved for the ones that stayed and stuck to it.
Teams that usually boast around 70 athletes now down to about 20 due to many believing there wouldn't be a season. For Coach Garcia, allowing his team to compete along with the Eagles again was a win in itself. The Tigers will continue their stride as they host Garces Memorial today at 4, and without any more meets currently on the schedule, both teams hope there will be more competitions down the line.
In other local news, the Bakersfield Condors kicking off their home opener tomorrow night, and the team is welcoming Bakersfield's Jim Ranger to sing the national anthem this weekend. As you remember, Ranger was a finalist on The Voice this past season, finishing second on Team Blake. We'll also have Jim Ranger right here on 23 ABC for a live interview tomorrow during our 6 o'clock hour of news. And Houchin Community Blood Bank wanting to share in the excitement. It's giving fans the chance to bring the game night experience home. Everyone has a chance to purchase raffle tickets for game-issued signed Condor jerseys. Raffle tickets are $10. There's no limit to how many you can buy. Houchin will select the winners after this and next weekend's games. To purchase a raffle ticket, you can just go to the website right there, the Condors website on your screen. Dignity Health also offering free tickets to the Condors this Friday, and every Friday home game, Dignity Health will be offering hundreds of free game day passes for you to watch the Condors on AHL TV. To enter, go to the BakersfieldCondors.com website and click the Enter to Win banner. There are a total of 5 games you could win that game day pass to. And if you don't want to do that and you just want to stay home and maybe just click the on button to your TV, right? The home opener against Henderson Silver Knights will be aired right here on Channel 23, the first of 6 games that we'll be bringing to you right here on our station. Friday's face-offs at 5, Saturday night at 8 in prime time. The two teams will meet again February 20th at 8. Then in March, 3 games against Ontario on the 6th, 20th, and 21st. The puck dropping 3 o'clock, all 3 right here on 23. Is that too many threes?
Easy to remember.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Spring and Elena. Any
Ready.
threes? No, it's 4s. Down 3.
Down 3. There you go. Hey, the dew point at 38, so we could keep going all morning. But if you are getting out the door, you don't have the best air quality, so it's a good day to work out inside. Tomorrow morning, better air is expected because a cold front will sweep on through. You're already seeing some high clouds out there. We're at 47 right now, getting up to 60s later today. Once again, stagnant, a bit hazy out there as the air is unhealthy for sensitive groups. But that cold front will help to improve things later tonight into tomorrow. You see, it's already pushing on shore near Oregon, but we need to wait all day for it to really march down toward us. So with the increasing clouds and the increasing winds, it then sweeps through tonight into tomorrow with some showers that will be heavy at times for Kern County. And then there's another system right on its heels for tomorrow. But that one is further north, and it looks to take that inside slider track I've been talking about this week, where it's on the other side of the mountains as it follows a similar path to this one and kind of jogs down. So now instead of that second system there being colder and wetter, we're now expecting for it it to be drier and windier. Don't like the winds here in Kern County. That's on Saturday, though. Back to tonight into tomorrow's system. It's a quick hitter. It just has showers, but at times those showers are heavy. And the best rain will be in the foothills against those mountains where the clouds get stuck and squeezed. So Keene getting a lot more than Tehachapi, but 3/4 of an inch, I think that's a little too optimistic. I think we could get a couple tenths up for those mountain locations. Likewise, here on the valley floor, about a 1/4 inch for Bakersfield, not likely. It's more so a few hundredths out there. So if you're looking at your phone forecast and it's showing you a lot of rain for tonight into tomorrow, just keep in mind that it's at times heavy showers. So if you're in the areas where those showers are or where those clouds get stuck, it's a lot more rain for you. And as for snow, it's just rain on the major passes. The snow is the top of Breckenridge, a bit for Alta Sierra. Really, this snow is above 6,000 feet and it's above the Kern County line for us with this system here sliding down over our region. Now tomorrow by lunchtime, still some passing clouds, but some cooler conditions, that better air quality I mentioned. And then here comes that Saturday inside slider. So while it does have some rain and snow, it's the other side of the mountains. So for us, look at those very fast winds we're expecting throughout the day on Saturday. Keeps those temperatures down, but could also be causing some wind related issues like fallen trees, blowing debris, power outages. Saturday is a rough day. Sunday though, dry all day, cloudy, cooler, still breezy for Valentine's, but you can be outside if you want, because especially here on the valley floor, the air quality will be better. Now, late Monday into Tuesday, there's yet another system, but also an inside slider. So I'm just calling for breezes, keeping those temperatures down, some passing clouds, but not really a chance of rain early next week. So again, storm number 1 tonight into the first half of tomorrow. Storm number 2, just a whole lot of wind. Saturday, slowly clearing, but still breezy. Sunday, storm number 3, looking dry, breezy, keeping those temperatures down early next week. And if you need some 70s, we've got some sunshine next week, and that forecast is climbing by Friday. Kern River Valley 60s today, 50s tomorrow. Again, it's showers tonight into tomorrow, but Tehachapi and Fraser Park just rain for you. Big concerns with the high winds on Saturday.
Still to come on 23, doctors have unveiled a new pump that helps mothers recover following a C-section. Tell you how this new treatment eliminates the use of opioids. It's 5:22. We're coming right back. It is 5:25 now. Doctors are helping new moms who have a C-section to recover with fewer opioids to control the pain. Jessica Wongward, pictured here, delivered her son Liam by C-section in December at 34 weeks. Doctors at Children's Hospital inserted what's called a wound infusion pump to help her control the pain from that surgery. The pump delivers medication to the entire wound and allows new moms like Jess to worry about their baby and not be overwhelmed with pain or need opioids.
So our obstetricians at the time of cesarean will place this little piece of fishing line underneath the incision and connect it to a ball of basically numbing medicine. So medications that are non-opiate medications that'll just kind of anesthetize the area there. And it'll infuse for 2 days.
Even hours later, sleeping at night, I really, didn't feel that incision pain, which was the thing I was most afraid of and worried would be really painful.
Jessica says she did not need any opioids. She says she managed the pain with that pump and by taking ibuprofen or Tylenol. Dr. Wood said the pump is very simple to insert, provides a low risk, high benefit for mothers during recovery. Dr. Wood says the infusion pump combined with other post-op therapies and getting mom out of bed and moving around allowed them to reduce narcotic use by 80%.
Medical marijuana can help older Americans lower their blood pressure. Researchers at a university in Israel studied participants age 60 and over. Each person was monitored for 24 hours before using medical marijuana for 3 months and being given tests that measured body mass and blood pressure. The same tests were repeated at the end of the 3 months, and researchers say not only did the medical marijuana lower blood pressure, but it also relieves some participants of pain that is often associated with hypertension. Well, a new study shows that peanut allergies may be more common among adults than children. Researchers found 17% of American adults developed a peanut allergy after age 18. They say more adults than kids are allergic, even though it's generally been considered a pediatric issue. Researchers believe there are many adults that haven't been diagnosed because most adults tend to just avoid foods that they have reactions to.
Still have much more to do in our next half hour. Straight ahead, Democrats expecting to wrap up their arguments in the impeachment trial of President Trump. We'll tell you what else is expected to happen today. 5:28. You're watching 23 ABC.
Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News starts now.
On January 6th, President Trump left everyone in this Capitol for dead.
The House continues to make its arguments this morning for the conviction of former President Trump. We'll tell you what new evidence they presented at trial.
More oil and gas wells in folks' backyards is the last thing they need.
Plus, a well-known actor voicing his concern over the oil and gas ordinance in Kern County. We'll tell you what issues other residents say have them concerned. Plus, an update on a story we brought you just a few weeks ago. We're going to tell you who's joined in the search for a donor for a young boy in need. And a good morning to you. Thanks for tuning in and staying with 23 ABC News at 5:30. I'm Mike Hart with Callan Hobman, Kristen Vartan, Officer Rodriguez, Elena Rusk. The gang's all here.
Yay!
And a lot of that.
There's a whole lot going on, yeah. So as we welcome Kellen back from her birthday yesterday, happy birthday to you. We are welcoming in our next cold front, but we have to wait much of today for it to come through. So we're hazy, a bit stagnant, still warmer than average, but 60s out there, not bad at all. 40s right now, quite cold. That air quality, again, unhealthy for sensitive groups. If you want to head out for the day for a run, better to work out inside. If you can, try and spare your lungs a little bit. This cold front will take all day to arrive. So you'll notice this afternoon, increasing clouds, increasing breezes. The rain is after the sun sets. So while we wait, those 60s here on the valley floor is a lot like yesterday. 60s into the Kern River Valley, a couple 70s in the desert, 50s, Tehachapi and Fraser Park. But again, this goes from mostly clear this morning to partly cloudy this afternoon. Here we are at lunchtime, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now at 5 o'clock, the rain is just arriving in the Central Valley. So overnight tonight, you'll see bands of rain coming through if you're watching the radar. It's really early tomorrow morning, 3, 4, 5 a.m. You notice that those stronger showers are coming in. The winds are faster. So as that cold front brings us the rain early tomorrow morning, you see it snow for the top of Breckenridge, a bit new snow for Alta Sierra, but for the passes, it'll just be rain. And it's tomorrow morning. So for this morning, let's join CHP Officer Robert Rodriguez to look at our roadways. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning there, Elena. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Here through Bakersfield, we do have one incident. It's going to be a minor injury crash on the northbound side of Highway 99. It's going to be just north of Panama Lane. We do have the number 1 and 2 lanes closed off. Traffic is flowing through the number 3 and 4 lanes, the right-hand lanes. But again, traffic is backed up in that area. It's also backing up on the on-ramp from northbound, from Panama Lane onto northbound 99. So expect some delays through there. We do have tow trucks en route to clear the scene, but until then, traffic will be backed up in that area. Also, for those of you who are making your travels out of town, so far so good. Right now, all of your major routes are open. That's my look at traffic. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Today, Democratic House managers are expected to continue their arguments for the conviction of former President Trump on a single article of impeachment. House prosecutors providing new video of the January 6th riots that show how close rioters actually came to senators in the Capitol. Managers say the president's claims that the election had been stolen caused the riots and put lawmakers in danger, including then Vice President Mike Pence.
This was not a coincidence. None of this was. Donald Trump, over many months, cultivated violence, praised it, and then when he saw the violence his supporters were capable of, he channeled it to his big, wild, historic event.
Democrats are expected to wrap up their case today. Then the president's legal team will begin to make their case why he should not be convicted.
Tonight, members of the Kern County Planning Commission are considering an ordinance that could bring more than 65,000 oil wells to our county. Local community leaders and residents holding a conference where their concerns about this ordinance were discussed. Residents say they're worried about the new oil wells bringing an increase in respiratory issues and bad air quality.
Go outside and take a breath. See how long you can hold that breath before you start to cough. And then ask yourself, was it like this 10 years ago? Was it like this 5 years ago?
while those for the ordinance, including House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, say that those new wells could bring jobs to the community. Meanwhile, the discussion over this ordinance has received attention from environmental activists across